bit of everything. We have kickboxing.
Is yanking on the neck.
And
Billy, man, what home? Man, I know.
our next bout of the evening is a mixed martial arts bout contested at 185 pounds. First, please welcome to the cage, Shlomo Boyd.
I'm curious to see who's going to have the best walkout.
Yeah, I think we're in the same camp here. I agree. We got King Shlomo Boyd making the walk here, fighting out of the ATL. And Boyd's Boys MMA, 20 years old, very new to the game. Comes in with an amateur record of 1-0. There's a big win. Round 1, 2 minutes and 31 seconds over Gary Claxton at Valor Fighting Challenge number 71. Happy to have him here at Showcase, and we'll see if he can keep that streak going. But, man, very athletic guy, great striker. But he is going to have his hands full with Chance Gloade. That is going to be one heck of a matchup as we get our first MMA fight here, Preston, at Showcase MMA 13.
I agree. Both of these guys, they're in shape. These guys are going to be ready to go.
Shlomo is inside the cage. We'll go back to Jennifer.
And his opponent making his way to the cage, please welcome Chance Gloade.
All right, and here it is. We have Chance Gloade as he makes his mixed martial arts debut. Preston, you know, it wasn't too long ago that you were in the same shoes as Chance. Kind of give us some insight on what he's feeling right now as he makes his debut.
The best way I can describe it, he's making his first walk for the cage, and it's always nerve-wracking. Doesn't matter if you've had 20 fights or if it's your first one. That first one just hits a little bit extra. So Chance is going to have to make sure that he keeps his nerves at bay and make sure they don't get the best of him.
What can you tell us about Chance's game? Obviously a guy that's training out of your gym. You've been able to work with him. Just kind of give us a little insight on Chance's game.
Chance has grown leaps and bounds here in the last few weeks in training, and he does very well with grappling exchanges. He's a very strong fighter, and I look forward to seeing him really get after it. I think he's going to take the fight to him.
And here we go. Both fighters are inside the cage. We go back to Jennifer Oxendine.
This bout is scheduled for three-minute rounds. First, to my left in the blue corner, he weighed in at 180 pounds, holds a record of 1 win with 0 losses, and represents Boyd Brothers MMA in Atlanta, Georgia, Shlomo Boyd. And his opponent across the cage to my right in the red corner, he weighed in at 179 pounds, represents Team Oxendine in Johnson City, Tennessee, and tonight he is making his mixed martial arts debut, Chance Gloade. Your referee when the action begins is Jimmy Neely.
And here we go. A couple of very, very young fighters in mixed martial arts action. It'll be three-minute rounds. Don't blink. We got Chance Gloade there in the black shorts. Shlomo Boyd in the gray. Shlomo in that southpaw stance case, or Preston, and he lands a nice straight out of the gate. But Chance Gloade doing exactly what you said he would, taking the fight right to Shlomo, and he's trying to bring the fight to the ground.
Here comes the grappling exchanges. They're going to be tough. These are always the hardest exchanges in MMA. Whenever you're on the cage, grinding and pushing like that.
Takes a lot of energy, to say the least.
Nice takedown.
And Chance is going to get that takedown. What a great feeling for Chance Gloade. But King Shlomo brings it back to the feet. And Chance is yanking on the neck. Does he have something here? He's trying to bunch him up. But the arm is in. It's going to be very tough to finish that.
Shlomo's doing very good at pushing out on the hips, making sure the hips don't get in on him. What a crazy exchange. Shlomo with some really good hits. Really good shots. Crazy shots.
Oh, Shlomo Boyd is teeing off here on Chance Gloade, but Gloade pushing for the takedown again. He's got those hands connected, and it's going to be a ride for Shlomo. Great work.
Chances really needs to control here, get some shots off, get what he can. Beautiful shoulder. Beautiful shoulder shots.
Chance Gloade really focusing on that takedown. Preston, you said he loves the grappling exchanges, and you can tell that's where he wants this fight to be. And it's a smart move because we know Shlomo has hands, and Chance is playing to his strengths.
Absolutely. Chance is just going at him. Great work by both men. Both fighters are doing a really good job with these grappling exchanges.
Yeah, I mean, you still got butterflies for a guy, like Shlomo Boyd. I mean, he got that first fight, and he was only inside of the cage for, 30 seconds in that first fight. Or, 2 minutes into the first fight, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So he's still really new to the game as well.
Absolutely.
But how big of a deal is it? I mean, it's hard to find a fight right now. There's just not a lot of events out there. These guys are staying very aggressive. They want to find fights. And Showcase is giving an outlet in this region for guys that want to get in there and throw down. It's great.
Yeah, it's amazing. These guys get to do what they love to do, and without having to sit at home on the couch all the time.
Like me. Here we go. And, of course, they get the reset right up against the cage, but Shlomo Boyd is able to get out of there, but only for a moment. And Chance Gloade is right back at it, and it looks like a knee. Oh, and it's going to be a low knee. Obviously, man, you see right out of the gate, you see the reaction, and you can't fake that. That was a big knee to the nether regions of Chance Gloade. And, hey, that's how you get your baptism into an MMA bout, right?
Yeah, that is baptism by fire.
Indeed.
That is always a tough one.
And I believe we're going to get to see the replay here. I don't know if you want to, but we're going to. It makes everybody cringe at home. Everybody watching here on the Combat Sports Now Network. And we'll see if we can get that in slow-mo. Still to come, big title fight in the lightweight division as Nick Campbell will defend. Let's see if we see it right here. It looks like we got to go right back to the action. Oh, Chance Gloade teeing off. This is the first time we've really seen him throw a big punch, and he follows it up with a takedown. Great work here by Chance Gloade. But Shlomo Boyd pops right back up.
These are some huge takedowns that he's landing. I think the takedowns score big in the judges' eyes. Shlomo doing a very good job at getting up back on his feet, though. Like we said, these grappling exchanges are really good. Chance has to be careful shooting all these takedowns and taking Shlomo for a ride, because that's very taxing on the body. That'll wear you out.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and it takes a lot of energy on the flip side, for Chance Gloade to continue to load up those takedowns, pick him up and drop him, pick him up and drop him. He's using a lot of energy as well. Not to mention just that adrenaline dump that is your first fight. I mean, you come out there, you're really feeling it. You come out there, all that nervous energy, and then, you get to the end of the round. Now you got to push and do it all over again. So it's a lot to take in.
Absolutely. First rounds are best. They're best to work out those kinks, those nerves.
That's why you just win in the first round, right, Preston?
That's every time. You get rid of the nerves in the first round. You don't have to do it again for a second round.
Exactly. Well, a big shout out to all of our great sponsors here as well at Showcase MMA, including always Vision Quest VR, it is the best virtual reality center in the Tri-Cities, and it helps that it's the only virtual reality center in the Tri-Cities. It's the biggest, the best, and the only one. And, of course, Davis Woodworking Company, fantastic work that they do. Go Burrito. Our good friends over at Crazy Chicken, this awesome, great sponsors here at Showcase MMA. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Legacy Nightlife as well. Great events that they do. Really takes a lot of cool sponsors to make everything work here and support mixed martial arts. This fight continues in the back. It's Gloade in the gray. Shlomo Boyd. Round number one, I'm going to definitely inch it towards Chance Gloade just on the takedowns, but he's got to follow it up. And you don't want to take too many unprotected shots from a guy like Shlomo Boyd. Great sprawling, great takedown defense there by Shlomo, using his angles and popping right back up. Good scrambling.
Great work, and he's piecing his hands together really well. For
Confidence, really very confident.
Absolutely. It's turning into a classic striker versus grappler type of match.
Right back on it. It looks like he's got those hands connected. Is Shlomo going on another ride? Chance Gloade is listening to his coach, Casey Oxendine. And that's one of the advantages of having not a huge crowd because of social distancing. You can listen to your coach a little bit better.
It also helps to have the loudest man in the room.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Shlomo gets out of trouble.
Shlomo very confident in those hands, and he's doing a great job with it.
Oh, great shots here by Shlomo Boyd. Big hooks, short and tight hooks by Shlomo. The southpaw looks like he's going to go on a ride here, Preston. He doesn't have a whole lot of energy left. He grabs onto the cage just for a moment. Jimmy Neely warns him.
I think this is the first time we've seen Shlomo not pop back up right away.
Talk about the preparation maybe that you had given a guy like Chance on the mats, inside the gym, getting ready for this fight.
Lots of rounds on the cage, and you can see that transfer over into the fight, and it's hours of grueling cardio and grappling up and down to striking. And so it's a lot of work just like that.
And here comes Gloade again. He's loading it up for another takedown.
Hands are clamped. Let's see what happens.
Using those shoulder butts per his coach, and it's really paying off for him. He's wearing out Shlomo with those.
Those shoulder butts will disrupt the breathing. You're trying to breathe, and you just keep getting that air sucked out of you with those shoulder butts to the body. That's tough.
Yeah. And it looks like the arm is in, so it's going to be tough for Chance to complete any sort of submission there. Final seconds is Shlomo. Well, I'll tell you, I love the athleticism here of Shlomo Boyd. He's been able to get out of some pretty tight situations. And Chance Gloade eats a few right hands
Couple of really
at the
good
end.
shots.
So what do you make of that round? Do you think this one goes to Chance again? Or do you think Shlomo did enough maybe to make it interesting?
I think his striking's doing very well. It's just, it's hard to say on how much those judges are going to judge those takedowns.
Yep.
How much they're going to give towards it.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's always evolving, the judging, the criteria for judging, the unified mixed martial arts rules. And in the last few years, as we take a look at the replay, there's been a lot more emphasis on damage done. Even if you land a bunch of takedowns, if you're not following that up with ground and pound or attacking submissions, then a lot of the times they'll give it to the significant strikes. So, and we have some very, very educated judges that are constantly, perfecting their craft and learning more about the fights. And so it's going to be interesting. You're absolutely right, Preston, how they're going to judge round number 2. I think Shlomo has shown us that he can pop right back up and continue to deliver the strikes. But look at it. Both guys are breathing pretty hard. Who has enough gas to edge this thing out?
That might be the million-dollar question.
Wow, short shots here. And I'm not liking Chance at this moment. Oh, these shots are nasty. Shlomo Boyd trying to shut down Chance Gloade.
Chance right back to the grappling.
Was a lot of punches landed there.
Those will take a toll. Those punches they're damaged.
We talked about that baptism by fire, and that's kind of what we're seeing right now. Chance Gloade going into the third round in his first ever amateur MMA fight. I mean, you're testing your stamina, testing your chin. This is a big moment for him. And the same thing for Shlomo. It's the first time he's been into the third round in his career as well. So you're really kind of testing the mettle of both fighters.
Right.
Chance Gloade still attacking the takedown. He's going with what he knows, kind of in autopilot at this point, but I think it's the right thing to do because standing, he's just not getting the advantage here, and Shlomo's done some pretty good damage to him. This is probably what he has to do, but can he do enough to take the round?
Chance giving Shlomo no room to breathe.
We only got a minute left in this round. Pretty amazing. These rounds are flying by. And Chance Gloade has to work on doing some damage. It cannot just be takedown attempts. He's got to follow that up with something that's going to edge the judges into his favor.
He's got to start letting those hands go. Get that confidence.
There it is. Nice takedown. Right into side control. And he's going to get the mount. He's got to posture up here, Preston. He's got to show us something.
Absolutely. I agree. He needs to start landing those little shots, get a little space, and start throwing some hammers. He's got to work. Shlomo's he's got to be looking to get up right now. He cannot end the round on his back. That is not a good look.
And it looks like Chance is trying to come around the back. He really would like to get to the back. What do we got here? Jimmy Neely stops the action here for a moment, and I don't know exactly what happened. All right, so we have an unintended eye poke here. What do we got here?
Looks like the doctor's going to come in and take a look at it.
Going to look at Chance Gloade here, and Jimmy Neely was right there in the close quarters. He saw it all happen. I mean, it happened so quick, I didn't even see it, but it must have been kind of the reaction here from Chance that brought this on. Certainly unintentional. He made that very crystal clear, unintentional eye poke. We're taking a look at the replay right here, and maybe we'll get to see this.
Looks like
I guess right there, yeah. And he. So this is crucial, right? I mean, he's going to get the position, and I mean, right into full mount, Preston. I mean, it's almost like who can make the first move and take advantage of the position here.
Absolutely. It's
Shlomo
time to
is
open
turning,
up.
and he nearly gave up his back.
Shlomo
Final
doing everything he
seconds.
can to get up.
Oh, and Shlomo ends up on top
These
with
shots.
left hands, right hands. What a great finish by Shlomo Boyd.
This is a close fight.
Yeah, I think it comes down to number two, I think. I think Chance takes number one. Just so many great takedowns. But round two is the one that was kind of up in the air. I don't know. I don't know. I like some of the strikes from Shlomo. Ah, man.
Shlomo had the obvious advantage throughout the entire fight with strikes, and on the grappling end, of course, it was Chance, but we'll see who edges it out.
You're watching Showcase MMA number 13 here on the Combat Sports Now Network. As we take a look at the replay, a lot of great action. Got a lot of sportsmanship, as we've come to expect here at Showcase. And we'll see where the judges land on this one. Will Chance Gloade have a victorious MMA debut here in Kingsport, or will it be Shlomo Boyd?
What a heck of a first time out, I would say.
Oh, I mean, successful, 100%.
Successful.
You know, anybody that's willing to get inside the cage and throw down is a success in its own right. But that was a great performance, you know, and I even saw the flashes of the striking. I think it was round 2 where we saw him explode with the strikes, and I would have liked to see a little bit more of that. He really didn't let those hands go enough. I think he really focused on going for the takedown, and I think there's some more left in his game. I really do think so.
There's more that he keeps in his back pocket that will show out in future fights, but I think he did well with this girl.
And it looks like we do have a decision here. So, folks, just a second fight. We've already had a couple of awesome fights to kick it off, a couple awesome battles. Doesn't get much better than that. Let's see who comes out on top. Let's go to Jennifer Oxendine with the decision.
After 3 hard-hitting rounds, we go to your judges' scorecard for a decision. Your judges score this bout 29-28 blue, 30-27 red, and 29-28 for your winner by split decision. Out of the blue corner, Shlomo Boyd.
Wow. So we got a 30-27. I didn't expect that. A lot of good takedowns in round number 1. I thought for sure that Chance had round number 1. But either way, I think I think it may have been the right decision if you talk about damage done. And I think Shlomo Boyd definitely did that.
Shlomo, he had a well-fought fight, and he did really well with his striking. Like you said, damage done might have been that factor, might have been the one that
Mr.
tipped it.
Boyd, man, tell me how you feel right now.
I feel good. Some fun, and I'm going to have some fun in Tennessee tonight. I enjoyed it. Thank you all for coming out.
Now, obviously, that was a close fight, man. How do you feel like you win?
I should have did better with my wrestling. I'm a wrestler, and I was letting him hang on to me. He's tough. He's heavy, but I feel like I could have did better.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give this man a hand.
Well done by Shlomo Boyd, coming in from the ATL and taking home his second amateur MMA victory. Beautiful stuff here at Showcase MMA as we continue to roll on. Next up, it is going to be very much a fan favorite here in Kingsport. Dalton Goins about to step in here against William Hale as we continue to roll on here on the Combat Sports Now Network. More MMA to come.